How to silently kill one's wife and daughter. I am thinking about this issue right now. I'm aware that there are rumors about ghosts haunting here, but I simply couldn't care less about this. My anger has been infinitely magnified since I entered here. The mode of copying has got me out of control. Some negative thoughts came into my mind. Loneliness makes my violence take on a concrete form. The hotel's ghostly spirit has pushed me to evolve. My name is Jack Tullins. I will inherit the violent cycle of the previous historical period. I arrived at the remote Yawang Hotel this morning. Only the manager is left to keep the store open during the winter.
Hi, I've got an appointment with Mr. Allman. My name is Jack Torrance.
His office is the first door on the left.
Thank you.
This confined environment is simply tailor-made for my writing. I must get this job done. But first of all, I have to find Mr. Ullman.
Mr. Allman?
Yes?
I'm Jack Torrance.
Oh, well, come on in, Jack.
I got along very well with him. We have talked a lot about this job. He thinks I'm highly suitable for this job.
Jack is going to take care of the overlook for us this winter.
Just when I thought it was over, the manager suddenly told me a secret about the hotel.
Hired a man named Charles Grady as the winter caretaker. He came up here with his wife and two little girls, I think about 8 and 10. He ran amok and killed his family with an axe.
I didn't feel the slightest bit scared. This further aroused my curiosity.
That's not going to happen with me.
I thus gained the trust of the manager. They asked me to report for duty a few months later. I hurriedly informed Wendy of this good news.
Sounds like you got the job?
Right. It's a beautiful place. You and Danny are gonna love it.
I don't really want to bring Wendy and Danny along, because Wendy sitting beside me will only distract me from my writing. That brat is no exception. Since I beat him up after drinking alcohol, he has been acting crazy and talking to himself frequently.
You're totally kill me.
But we are family after all. I must rely on this job to restart my life and prove that I am a responsible and good man. I brought them to the hotel a few months later. Here we have entered the final stage of the hotel's closure.
Good morning, Jack. Hope you haven't been waiting too long.
The manager took us to get familiar with the hotel. There was a strong Indian flavor here. Then what the manager said confirmed my guess.
The site is supposed to be located on an Indian burial ground, and I believe they actually had to repel a few Indian attacks as they were building it.
But I still didn't take these seriously. I didn't care about any rumors or legends. I wanted to rely on this job to achieve the changes in my family and career.
Dick, if you're ready to do it now, I think it'd be a good idea if you could show Mrs. Torrance the kitchen while I continue on with Jack.
Then I broke up with Wendy. They went to visit the kitchen. I continued to visit other places. And it was already a month. I admit that I had been thinking too optimistically about all this. My writing has been anything but smooth. I feel that I can't write anything at all. Danny would only ride his bike aimlessly around the house. All of this is really too bad. But in order to restart my life, I must get rid of these bad emotions.
Any ideas yet?
Lots of ideas. Good ones.
But there is nothing good. I live very comfortably here. I even feel that I have been here before. So I shared this idea with Wendy.
When I came up here for my interview, it was as though I'd been here before. I mean, we all had moments of deja vu, but this was ridiculous.
Then I agreed that Wendy would take Danny downstairs to play the maze. At least it won't make me feel bored. Looking at the sandboxes as big as the maze in front of me, my heart began to have some bad thoughts, but I still managed to hold them back. Time passed quickly and it was already evening. The thoughts in my mind still don't fade away. I have decided to combat this unease through writing. Wendy once again threw my train of thought off track.
Wendy, let me explain something to you. Whenever you come in here and interrupt me, you're breaking my concentration. You're distracting me, and it will then take me time to get back to where I was. Understand?
The internal struggle made my mental state gradually lose control. Although I couldn't write anything, writing still had to go on. Another week has passed. The blizzard did come indeed. I gazed at the woman and the child before me. The terrifying legend of this hotel came to my mind. The tension in my nerves made my spirit gradually collapse. Why do I have the urge to kill them? My rational thinking is gradually fading away. It seems that something unknown is taking over my body, but I have no idea at all. Then I shut myself in the room, trying to eliminate the just mentioned idea in this way. Danny burst into my room. I began to care about him.
I want you to have a good time.
But what Danny said next took me by surprise.
You would never hurt Mommy or me, would you?
Could he have the ability to read people's minds? This is absolutely impossible. I calmly comforted Danny and said that I would definitely not hurt them.
Be more than anything else in the whole world. I'll never do anything to hurt you.
The time has come for Wednesday. Today I had a nightmare. My shout caught Wendy's attention, but I woke up immediately.
I dreamed that I killed you and Danny. But I didn't just kill you. I cut you up into little pieces.
Just as I was pouring out my dream to Wendy, I found that Danny had appeared with injuries all over his body.
Danny, what happened to your neck?
You son of a bitch! How could you? How could you?
Wendy immediately took Danny away from me. She must think that it was done by me. But clearly I'm dreaming right now. This can't be my doing. Could it be that I'm hallucinating? The tension made me lose control of my emotions. I began to try to seek spiritual consolation. I arrived at the Golden Ballroom.
Goddamn soul. Just a glass of beer.
I feel my mental state is getting worse and worse. Then I began to talk to myself.
A little slow tonight, isn't it?
The bartender suddenly appeared.
Yes, it is, Mr. Torrance.
His appearance didn't surprise me at all. I knew it was an illusion. I only knew that I could finally drink alcohol.
Here's to 5 miserable months on the wagon and all the irreparable harm that it's caused me.
Under the influence of alcohol, I began to recount all the bad things around me.
I love the little son of a bitch. I'd do anything for him. That bitch. As long as I live, she'll never let me forget what happened.
Just then Wendy found me again. She told me that there was a lunatic in room 237.
There's someone else in the hotel with us. There's a crazy woman in one of the rooms. She tried to strangle Danny.
Soon I arrived at room 237. I pushed the door open but didn't spot the crazy. But I happened to spot a beautiful lady. Passion overpowered me and made me lose my senses. I began to kiss her passionately. The next second she turned into an old lady. I hurriedly locked the door behind me. Finally, I left this place. I returned to Wendy's side. But I concealed what happened just now.
Did you find anything?
No, nothing at all.
She thought it was too strange for all that, and she decided to take Danny back home.
Leave the hotel?
I had a heated argument with her.
Wendy, I have let you fuck up my life so far, but I am not gonna let you fuck this up.
The violent tendency has resurfaced in my mind again. I returned to the Golden Hall once again. I never expected that there would be a dance party here. I asked the bartender for another drink again. He actually didn't bother to ask me for money.
No charge to you, Mr. Torrance. Your money's no good here.
I finally realized that these people were all spirits of the dead. They are all real and existent. But for some reason, only I could see them. Just as I was still pondering over this issue, a guard soiled my clothes.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry, sir.
He led me to the bathroom and began to wipe me down. His enthusiasm made me curious about his name.
What do they call you around here, Jeezy?
Grady, sir. Delbert Grady.
His name was actually Grady. Could it be that he is the former administrator?
Weren't you once the caretaker here?
Why, no, sir. I don't believe so.
Despite his denial, but I'm sure he was the previous administrator.
Mr. Grady, you were the caretaker here.
I'm sorry to differ with you, sir. You've always been the caretaker.
Just as I was still pondering over this sentence, he suddenly confided a secret to me.
But your son is attempting to bring an outside party into this situation.
I was extremely angry when I learned of this. I think it's all Wendy's fault. He is not only going to ruin my life, and also ruin my last venture. I can never allow her to succeed. I must correct all the mistakes. I decided to kill them. I cut off all external connections. Then they would be completely out of reach. I returned to the hall. I noticed Wendy was looking at the work. Yes, I haven't written a single word these days. It seems that you know I'm already crazy. I simply stopped pretending. I blurted out the bad thoughts in my mind.
I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in.
I never expected that she would dare to hit me. I fainted on the spot after being hit on the head. When I woke up, I found that I had been locked up in a warehouse.
Wendy, baby, I think you hurt my head real bad.
I sent a distress signal to Wendy, but no one responded to me. She still wants to take Danny away. Just at this moment, Grady showed up.
I see you can hardly have taken care of the business we discussed.
Soon I was released by Grady. I promised him that I would definitely correct them. I chopped the door of the house hard with an axe. My madness makes me feel no fatigue at all. Then I quickly split open the first door.
Wendy, I'm home.
My perversion has reached its peak. I was tormenting Wendy's nerves outside the door. I went crazy again, hacking at the door. Wendy's screams made me more and more excited. I really want to see what she looks like after she dies. I also split open the second door. I'm going to give Wendy a surprise.
Here's Johnny.
I could tell my Wendy baby was scared. Okay, Johnny's coming right away. Just as I was about to approach Wendy, I didn't expect that she had a scratch that cut me. I heard the sound of a car engine. It seemed that the outsider had arrived. I've decided to kill the outsiders first. I quietly hid in the corner. Soon I killed this black guy. The cycle of violence has begun. No one can escape. I found Danny in a panic. I picked up the axe and continued to chase him. I followed him all the way to the maze outside. I followed the shoe prints in the maze to look for him. I found that I simply couldn't find Danny at all. I feel like my head is about to explode. The cold has deprived me of the ability to move. Finally, I was completely lost in the maze. I gradually lost my breath, possessed by the vengeful spirit of the hotel. All of this seems like a dream. The hotel fantasy is eroding me. Perhaps they do exist, but violence is the real culprit behind the tragedy. I'm just a killing puppet. When the next winter comes, new people will come to apply. Only now do I realize that an individual may briefly escape fate, but violence will seek new hosts. I'm just a vessel that has inherited the cycle of violence.